Shisui, Ace, Kite, Chad, Neji, Rock Lee, Oob, and Hit. What do all of these characters have in common? Wasted potential. Everyone knows or has at least heard of wasted potential. The dictionary defines wasted potential as a situation in which someone possesses innate abilities or skills but fails to fully develop them to their fullest extent. Whether it be through writing, charisma, power, or promise of something great in the future, us as the audience can't help but imagine what these characters will look like in 10 years or at their full strength. So when the writers don't deliver to the image we've imagined in our heads of what these characters could be, we can't help but talk about their wasted potential. Wasted potential is presented across all media and in real life, but the place I see it most frequently is anime. However, there is one weird case in anime where the writers literally show us the potential and full power of a character becoming everything we knew they could be, and yet they still chose to go in a different direction. Most wasted potential is only fan theories. Fans get excited about a character, they saw them do something cool, and they can only imagine how they'll grow and look like in the future. But the shows never show us that because the writers cut their journey short. In this case, they literally show us the character reaching the potential themselves, and yet they still chose to waste his potential and cuck us in the process. I, of course, am talking about Future Gohan. Amongst the Dragon Ball franchise, Gohan is notorious for having wasted potential and being a pussy. Any fan who watched DBZ and saw Gohan, a literal kid, defeat Cell, the strongest person we have seen in the verse up until this point, could only imagine how goated he would become once he fully grows up and reaches his potential. Especially when you consider the fact they literally fucking showed us.
Not one death will go unaccounted for. Not one!
For anyone who doesn't know, in DBZ we're introduced to Gohan, Goku's son. He's a young boy and has been shown to be scared easily and doesn't instinctively want to fight like his Saiyan brothers. Then in episode 164, Ghost of Tomorrow, we see a flashback via Future Trunks showing us Future Gohan, an alternative universe in the future where Gohan has become an adult and reached his full potential, waging a one-sided war against the androids. This is where we first see Gohan's potential and Future Gohan being an absolute beast. I'm talking Kratos mixed with Optimus Prime and Brock fucking Lesnar stuffed into the body of a Saiyan called Gohan. Then, we jump forward to the Cell Saga, specifically episode 191, Save the World. Throughout this whole arc, Goku has been trying to convince Gohan to fight Cell and realise his potential, to the point of giving Cell a Senzu bean instead of defeating him, just so Gohan was forced to fight and reach the potential we all knew was there. However, this doesn't go as planned. Gohan doesn't seem to have the same warrior spirit and thirst for power as his father, causing Goku to get backlash and step in for Gohan in his fight versus Cell, which inevitably leads to Goku's demise. However, his father's death turned out to be the catalyst for Gohan to reach his full potential and defeat Cell in an epic clash, with his father looking over him. At this point, we can all clearly see that Gohan is being set up to be even stronger than his father, and perhaps be the strongest in the verse. We've literally just seen Goku die and pass the torch of protecting Earth to his son, to Gohan. This is until we remember this is Dragon Ball. So instead of Gohan taking his father's place and becoming the GOAT we all knew he could be, Goku gets resurrected and Gohan decides to go to school instead of reaching his full potential as a Saiyan. Now don't get me wrong, okay? I still like Gohan, but I don't think there is any Dragon Ball fan who doesn't wish that we got Future Gohan instead of this fucking librarian. Gohan is literally the meme of "I'll get your daughter home at 8, sir," versus "your daughter calls me daddy too." The reason this hurts so bad is because it just feels like so much wasted setup from the tease of what Future Gohan would be, and not only his strength but what kind of man he would become. I'll talk about that more later. To them setting up him to be the pillar that carries the future of the Dragon Ball universe and the series on his shoulders. To the point where he could have become the main character of the show and people would not have been mad. Some people actually wanted that to happen. From all of that to this guy? I mean, this is the definition of wasted potential. And the strangest part is, they literally showed us what we wanted, but didn't give it to us. The reason so many fans see this as one of the biggest example of wasted potential in anime is because we literally see Future Gohan. We see a man willing to sacrifice everything he is and take a one-sided war which will inevitably spell his demise. But even knowing that, does he run? Does he hide? No! He fucking stands up and fights for what he believes in, even if the odds are stacked against him and he is almost assuredly going to lose his life in the process. He is the last boundary of defense between the androids and everyone left in the world that he cares about, and he would rather fall on his sword protecting the people he loves and the planet he calls home than to cower away in fear. That's the kind of man Future Gohan is. When you compare a man like that with such humility and strength, ready to lose it all to save people, but not willing to go out without a fight, to a man who prefers reading, learning and going to school, which of course we all know is cringe, just brings way less hype to the literal battle shonen known for its fights and being a fuckfest of hype moments of superpowered dudes fighting each other that's called Dragon Ball. With the writing of Gohan, to Future Gohan, to seeing Gohan vs Cell, it just looked like everything was pointing to Gohan's character arc being that he overcomes his fears, worries and adversity for battle, and becomes the Chad we see in the future. Willing to take unwinnable fights with one arm versus androids he would definitely lose his life to, but still looking like a fucking badass doing it. A real representation of the indomitable human spirit. Well, at least 50% of the indomitable human spirit. So after the Cell fight where we see this start to materialize and Gohan starts to reach his potential, most people assumed this is the start of the journey where Gohan becomes this fucking beast. But when that didn't deliver, but not only that, went in a completely opposite direction than almost everyone else in his warrior race, it's hard to call it anything else but wasted potential. Especially considering the TikTok trend that blew up with Future Gohan and this song. I think a lot of fans are in agreement with me that although Gohan is cool, Future Gohan is who we all wanted him to be. And I think to this day, this is the only case I've seen where a show has the perfect character but chose not to give him to us. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. I really hope you enjoyed. I had a bit of inspiration. I wanted to talk about Future Gohan because I think he deserves some more love. He's a fucking goat. If you enjoyed that video, please consider dropping a like, comment, sub. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know anything else you guys would like me to talk about. And let me know if you agree with me. Do you think we should have got Future Gohan? Or do you think the way Gohan turned out to be is what his character should have been? Because I can see both sides. So let me know what you think. Either way, thank you guys for watching that video. I appreciate you staying with me this long if you got to the end of the video. And yeah, I think that's all I've got for today. So if you want to check out more anime videos, you can click these two here. And if not, then I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye-bye.